what's up, guys? So I decided first off, first thing you may notice is I decided not to like use the whole green screen thing today. I'm having a bit of lighting issues in my house because our washer and dryer broke, and so I am trying to get that fixed. And unfortunately, I have to have the lights on and stuff while that gentleman is here. So he's over there doing work. This may be kind of awkward for him, but I'm over here talking to what is actually no one for the moment. And, you know, it's just kind of weird, but we're cool. We're cool. Anyway, so I wanted to make this video today because it was another request actually by Dan Easy. For those of you who have ever been in the stream, you would know Dan Easy. Really cool guy, loyal follower. He's the dude I text and say, hey, what's your schedule like? Can you be here? Blah, blah, blah. He's one of my chat moderators and admin in my Minecraft server, and anything else I decide to do in the future that he wants to be a part of definitely will have some sort of authority. That is guaranteed. Dan has been a donator in the past and has really just been an awesome all-around guy. Fun to talk to. I've played with him off the stream too. Really fun to play with. We've done like Cards Against Humanities and stuff. But anyway, that's enough love for Dan. No more love for Dan. Nobody loved Dan. So his question was kind of a background question, right? It was basically, Link, what got you into streaming and what was your first stream like? So I guess what got me into streaming, right, is I always told my parents, Anna, whoever else, right, that I wanted to play video games for a living. It didn't matter in what capacity or what facet. I wanted to play video games for a living. Now, that might not always seem entirely possible, right? Because, like, every 6 to 12-year-old kid these days is like, I want to play video games for a living. That's all I want to do. What about college? No, I want to play video games for a living. Okay, that's great, but you got to go to school. No, I want to play, you know. So I get that's not an uncommon thing to want, but it's an uncommon thing to achieve, and now I'm achieving it, and I like it. I love it. I really do, and it's because of all you guys. It really is. But so since I wanted to play video games for a living, there was another thing I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be on the radio, and this actually started back when I was helping at a church organization or a church function for kids called Awana. And basically, Awana is you gather all these anywhere from 5 to 11, 12 years old kids, put them in different groups, and they each have different classes on Wednesday night, and we all hang out, have fun, have pizza, whatever. And I was one of the leaders. I think I was like 14, 15, whatever. And my parents have always kept me active in church, which I'm very appreciative for. But so they had me be a leader, right? And I was in one of the things. And one of my jobs was to hold the microphone. And whenever one of the parents would come to pick the kids up, I'd be standing at the door. I'd announce the kid's name and say, hey, come on, let's go. Your parents are here, or whatever. And they would come running to the door. Well, my dad heard that over the speaker and said, wow, you have a really good voice. And it's something that could be used like for radio or stuff or something like that. And ever since then, I always wanted to be like on the radio, you know, because I have a face made for radio, as you can see. And so I wanted to be on the radio, and I wanted to host my own sports show. Well, that's still entirely a possibility, especially with the stuff that we're doing now, right? I could easily hand this to somebody and say, listen, clearly I'm competent enough to host my own show, come up with my own original thoughts, and I'm not afraid to be in front of people by any means. So that may be a possibility, but naturally when streaming presented itself, where you're literally broadcasting yourself like you're on a radio, describing what you're doing in a video game and interacting with people, it was like a match made in heaven. So I took it and I tried it. My very first stream, I streamed about an hour and 45 minutes directly from my Xbox, sitting in my living room on my couch with the camera on, And I got about an hour into it, and my first guest popped in. My first viewer, my very first viewer ever. His name was LSD Soup. I'll never forget this guy. And funny thing is, I'll get to Hal later, but he's actually still a mod in my channel, and I have him on Skype. I should really reach out to him and say, like, hey, come watch this video. I bet he'd love it. But he was an asshole. Like, he was an asshole. He came in the stream, and I'm playing Titanfall. Sorry, I should have muted my phone before I started. I'm playing Titanfall, right? And I am just starting in Titanfall, but I was still pretty good. I was pulling KDs probably like 7-3, 8-1, maybe a 6-5, somewhere in there, right? But I was going all positive. I was doing really well. And he came in and he goes, "You look like a dumbass mother," and just ripped me a new one, right? Like, just all out laid into me. And for those of you who have ever watched my stream, you know I take trolls extremely well. Extremely well. That day I did not. Now keep in mind, this is my first viewer. My very first viewer that actually talked to me. It may not have been my first viewer, but it was the first one that I saw the name of and saw LSD Soup. You are a blah blah. And so I had mixed emotions. I was like, oh, wow, somebody's actually watching me. This is really cool. Hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, those are some, you're going to owe a fortune to the swear jar, sir. And, you know, he was just going on and on about it. And I had to keep threatening him like, hey, man, I'm going to have to time you out. I really don't want to because, you know, you're kind of making me happy, but you're making me upset. And, you know, I was all mixed and shit. And then finally he left. He left after about 30 minutes or so, and I didn't get another person for the next 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, you know, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe I'll just try again tomorrow. That's what I'll do. I'm getting tired anyway. I'll stop. I'll go to bed, you know, go eat dinner, whatever. So I ended the broadcast, and I'll never forget when I signed off, I said, if you're out there, let me know. But anyway, I stopped the broadcast, and I came back the very next day. And the next day I broadcasted, I did Titanfall again. And this time the viewer count immediately went up to like 2 or 3, right? And you got to always leave room for one because one is you, right? And 2, I think, was Anna or somebody or whatever. But 3, I was like, I'm at 3. Somebody's watching me. All of a sudden, LSD Soup. Hey, man. I'm going, oh no. And he goes, I'm really sorry about last night. I was drunk as hell. Blah, 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 blah. You're actually a really good Titanfall player. I'd love to play with you sometime. You're really cool. I'm going to stick around here for you and keep chat going. Oh, okay. And I was like, dude, I got to be honest with you. I was just on the verge of banning your ass. I mean, first viewer, first ban. But that's kind of why I've always been good with trolls, I think, is because, honestly, you don't know. You don't know what's going on in that person's life. You don't know how it's going to turn around. And I guess that's kind of a message for anybody who's thinking about streaming. You know, you're going to see these assholes just come in, and the only reason they're doing it is because I'm 13 in my mom's basement, and it's cool, man. Look, my name's on his chat. He said my name. He's getting pissed. I mean, that's going to happen. But there are people out there who genuinely are just having a shit day, and you are the only person in this godforsaken earth who will give them attention and hear them bitch. And even if it's directed completely at you for no reason, that's something that you can feel pride in. Honestly, I get that all the time. People come into my stream, and if you've been in there, you know, and if you haven't, you should watch, because it does. People come in, Link, you are the worst person in the world. I hate your face. You're stupid. You annoy me. I can't believe you're doing this. Blah, 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 blah. About 20 minutes of back and forth of me saying, well, I agree. My face is pretty shitty and stuff like that. They go, listen, dude, you know, you're pretty awesome for responding and stuff. I'm going to stick around here, and I'm sorry for what I said. Okay, dude, cool. Come on the server. Come play with us. These are real things that happen. So, honestly, the very first time I streamed was kind of what shaped who I am as a streamer. And that's something that, you know, I would thank LSD Soup for personally if I ever got to meet him. Now he doesn't come in the stream as often. He had some stuff going on, I know, in his family, and you know, maybe I should reach out to him and kind of see how he is. But I got to tell you, man, that I hadn't thought about it until I went through and decided what I was going to talk about today, and it gave me chills. It did. It made me think that, you know, now I'm here, right? 7,000 followers. I have a partnership and subscribe button on the way, and all of it really kind of formed originally around being told, "Hey, you're an idiot," and then the dude coming back and saying, "Never mind, you know, I was just having a bad day." So I don't know. I get pretty emotional about it because now I get to do what I want to do, and it's been a long time coming, and it's still got a lot of work to go, but that's pretty much where it started. So if you guys want, what you can do is even post in the thing, you know, the first time you came in my stream and what it was like for you and what your experience was. I know people tell me all the time, you know, the first time I came in your stream was when you were doing this. Do you even do that anymore? Like Dan Easy, who asked this question, perfect example. I streamed Star Wars, the new Star Wars game on Xbox one time, and I liked the game all right. It's just it wasn't my favorite. I streamed it one time and I picked him up, and he's been one of the most loyal viewers since then. The Assault Class came from that same stream. And I just pick up people on these random ass streams, and they're like the most loyal people ever. So that's kind of my piece, I guess. So if you do have a story about when you first came in, let me know. If you think I'm horrible, let me know. Do what you got to do. But other than that, I got to go prep for my stream today. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope this video reaches you at a good time. So I will talk to you guys later, and see ya.